doing? How you doing? Very, very busy week. This week was a CME challenge, and I participated in it. But before we talk about the challenge, let's get to the CME group webpage. People, there's a lot of great information on this webpage. I do not know why people never really mention it, especially for guys that are trading futures like myself. One of the things that I went through was I went through a lot of these courses. They have some very, very good courses. You can sit here and launch one of the courses, and then once you complete it, they say 100% complete. And this stuff is really good because it gives you videos and give you very detailed, information about the things that you're trying to trade. So it does futures, options, and even forex. It's a good website, people. I highly recommend people go to look at, just kind of skim through it a little bit. I'm telling you, it's a great. I've always used it, as you can tell right here. I have it as a bookmarker, so I use it all the time. I mainly use it for the calendar, because it got a great calendar. It tells me basically everything I need to know that's going on that day. But let's switch gears. Let's talk about this challenge, because I want to bring something to you. This is CME challenge. First place got $2,500. Second place, $1,500. $8,500 for third place. These were the leaders. Me, I placed fifth out of 1,600. That wasn't bad. I was kind of shy of getting it. I should have traded it more, but I didn't. But so I guess I deserved the position I got right there. But I want to show you something very important that a lot of people notice. If you look on this page, you notice that ES is really not on this page as much. So what I did was I downloaded it to take a good view of what's going on. Well, this is something that's interesting. ES. ES shows up. I should have did it like this. ES with a space. Oh, that's going to show up too many times. I need to count it how many times ES showed up on this page. But the more to the story is, if you look in the top 10, let's start with JR. Look how many times people traded ES, which is just me. And what I try to tell people is, when you are trading, look for the best structure in trades. Don't just go by, see, everybody just wants to trade this one. They don't want to, y'all don't want to trade anything else. And so many times I tell people, look at other avenues of trading. The setup could be somewhere else. The setup could be on this one. It could be on this one. It could be on this one. The setup does not always have to necessarily be on ES. But there's so many things to trade when you're doing futures. But for the most part, is everybody just wants to trade ES and NQ. Well, that's cool and dandy. But if you go by the stats, most of the people that won didn't even trade. The top three didn't even really trade it. They could have. But this is what really got them where they at. And even in the top 10, you have NQ, 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 and then you got one ES with me. So, I got to sneeze. Somebody, hold on. So the more to the story is this. I thought I had to sneeze. But the more to the story is this, people, is start looking at different avenues to trade. Look for the best setup. I tell people this all the time. You don't just have to trade one thing. You can trade multiple things. You can trade a whole bunch of other stuff. Trade these two, trade these, trade this one. Don't just slip on one thing. All right? Lincoln Mitchell.